Hey, welcome to another episode of Sierra Talks, the podcast where I just be talking, y'all. I talk about my favorite shows, movies, books, all that good stuff. This is the final episode of Sierra Talks Interview with a Vampire and Rice's AMC's Netflix's Interview with a Vampire. Vampires Go to Dubai and New Orleans and Essence Fest and New Edition reunion. It took me hours to record this because I had so many conflicting feelings about that episode that I just watched hours ago. It is 3:53. I watched that episode probably at 9 a.m. because I started with episode 5, watched episode 6, skipped through episode 7. Because I just wanted to see Louis threaten Lestat again. It just brings me so much joy, you know? And it is now almost 4 o'clock and I'm just finishing this. I have done so much around my house. I've been avoiding recording this, but I like avoiding things sometimes because then I do the other things that I've been avoiding. See, avoidance works, guys, actually. But don't worry, I'll still be here talking about Anne Rice's AMC's The Bear. Anne Rice's AMC's The Bear is a show that I would not partake in. I would not watch that. You couldn't. Yes, you could. You could definitely pay me. I have bills and rent. You could definitely pay me to watch that. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this little section of my podcast. I've enjoyed making it. Yeah. I know this feels so final and it's so weird because it's literally not. Like I'm already working on the Bear episodes. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this season of Interview with a Vampire. Let me know your thoughts, opinions, theories for season 3. Since it's been announced that we're getting a season 3. Remember when AMC told us we were getting a season 3 and they like kind of spoiled season 2's finale? So kooky crazy. So bonkers. But yeah, gonna get into this episode. I hope you guys enjoy. Sit back, relax, or like do something. Take a walk or start cooking for the week. Do you guys meal prep? Are you ready for the 4th? And I'm not like super patriotic at all, but like we love a day off, honey. We love being off of work. Yeah, do y'all have anything fun planned? Okay, let's get into this. Hey, so I watched this episode hours ago. I have had to talk to my friends. Haven't talked to my best friend yet. Oh, I can't wait to talk to her about this. This episode sure was an episode of television, wasn't it? I will be talking about Interview with a Vampire season 2 finale entitled, Is This the End? Are You Still My Friend? Ooh, that is a New Edition song. That's hilarious because I was actually talking about New Edition the other day, talking to one of my friends, and talking about maybe not watching season 3. And I was like, is this the end? Are you my friend? Oh, and that's the end of it. There's nothing else. Anyway, I'm saying they start talking about New Edition at Essence Fest because is this the end? Are you my friend? And it was a wink and a nod to New Edition fans. And who gonna check me? Okay, I have so many thoughts and opinions. I am just gonna say all the good things that I felt about this episode, and amen, we gonna leave it at that, all right? I want to leave this on a good note. Louis looks really cute. I played too much. Okay, I mean, he did look really cute throughout the episode, like different points. Some points he did not look so cute. We went through it, this episode, and I said it once, and I will say it again, and I won't stop saying it until it comes to pass. Jacob Basil Anderson, Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony, Kids' Choice Award, VMA, Best Kiss, what else? Soul Train Award, BET Hip Hop Award, NAACP Image Award. These are awards that he could actually get. Like, I'm not even joking right now anymore. Get him in the rooms. Get his name in the rooms. AMC, stop playing with me. He is such a convincing actor that when he was losing his mind, when Louis was losing his mind and he meowed like a cat, I didn't even think it was like kooky. I was just like, ooh, he has lost it. The sense has left him. It has left his mind and body. Like, Jacob Anderson is such a good actor. He showed us in every single episode this season. Stop playing with that man. Y'all got enough money to run a campaign. People love to be like, AMC is broke. AMC is broke. They're not that broke. They're not that broke where they can't run an Emmy campaign. I don't believe that. Because I really hate that. That feels like a cop-out. Well, AMC is broke. They're constantly making new shows. How broke are they? An Emmy campaign costs more than a show? I don't believe that. Somebody give me the numbers. Baby, I don't believe that. Yeah, Jacob Anderson's a really great actor. I'm very worked up. I'm going through it. What else? I'm like, what else I like about this episode? I feel like I wanted to see him kill more vampires. That would have been nice. Well, I'm saying the good things. I like that Louis got his revenge. I like that he was plotting and planning. I really enjoyed it wasn't even a descent into madness that we saw. He came out them rocks, just out of his mind. We really got to see him like, are you schizophrenic, Louis? He started hallucinating a person he did not know. That poor little groundskeeper Willie. I said, why did he have to die? I'm like, because Louis has Sierra. He's not well. I'm like, okay. Like, he's a vampire that's like, he's a killer that is also unwell. Yeah, groundskeeper Willie had to go. Sorry. Then he started hallucinating him, and I was like, oh, Louis, yeah. Oh, baby, you gotta talk to somebody. It's all right, Brains are different. It's fine. It's, nothing to be like ashamed of. It's just paired with vampirism. That's not like the best combination. I liked him mocking Francis and being really mean to him and embarrassing him and shaming him. I love that. That made me really happy. And then he got to kill him. And that made me really happy. It just brought me joy. And he got his sister's dress and, his daughter. He got his daughter's dress and her diaries and got the hell up out of there. I said, I know that's right, Louis. Oh, I'm jumping around because the things I like. I love, he had Paul's portrait from his home, like his original home, and he had Claudia's dress on display, and that made me feel very emotional as a person who has lost siblings, who has lost family members. Seeing him have his portrait of Paul, oh man, I'm making myself emotional. Seeing him have his portrait of Paul and Claudia's dress made me feel very emotional, and I just loved it so much. Also, I'm like, where did you get Paul's portrait from? Because that is the portrait that was hanging up in the dining room of his original house, like where he lived with Paul and Grace and Florence. That picture was hanging up. So I was like, where did you get it? I have two theories that I'm going to say are both true, even though they contradict each other. He found Grace's like greats or whatever, and they had the portrait and he bought it from them, or he like found it at an estate sale from a black family that had bought it from somewhere. And yeah, like either way, some black people got some money and Louis got the portrait of his brother back. And that just makes it just, or let's just say Grace wrote Claudia into her will. Baby, I'm just making stuff up and I don't care. Because people have upset me between the bear and the vampires. I can't leave anything up to the writers anymore. Grace maybe didn't realize that Claudia was a vampire. So she wrote Claudia into her will and left her some things that she related to Louis, like the portrait of Paul. Sure, I'ma go with that. I love that even more because I wish Grace and Claudia, I always wish that Grace and Claudia could have had a relationship. But we're well past that point now. This season has some of the best performances I've ever seen in in just television. Like, this is a TV show. This is not a movie. This is not a film. Okay, sure. I said clap, clap, clap. Delaney, Eric, Sierra, please, and Jacob. They just did so well this season. They really carried. Ben Daniels and Santiago carried. He ate. He is really what people think Lestat is. Like, people love to be like, oh my God, Lestat's so cunty. Lestat's so... No. Like, what are y'all seeing that I'm not seeing? Now that Ben Daniels, oh honey, every scene, he took it. Every scene. He just was such a good actor, and Santiago was such a good villain. And he's the kind of villain that, like, if this were a less serious show, I would want him to have not died and kept coming back. And when I saw my best friend that, she was like the Joker, and I'm like, yeah, like the Joker, like animated Batman Joker. Like, you just keep coming back and being bad and being terrible. Like, if he were, like I said, if he were less terrible, I would have loved to see Santiago keep coming back because Ben Daniels' performance was crazy. It was amazing. He was so convincing. He was so menacing. He was so scary. He was so unnerving. He was so manipulative. He was so amazing. Amazing, amazing. I knew Assad was gonna eat because, like, I had seen his clips from, like, him reading Shakespeare and stuff. And, like, I had watched him on Hotel Portofino. And I knew he was gonna eat. But I never expected Santiago to be, like, the breakout character. Like, what? Like, what in the world? And Claudia Delaney Hales carried. She did such an amazing job. She just fit in seamlessly. She really... Bailey Bass did a great job of being an older woman also. And Delaney carried on that legacy of being like, I look like the babiest of girls, but I am fully grown. Like, I'm a fully grown adult woman. And her performance, she was just so good. Like, just a pleasure to watch. I'm a Claudia girl. She just, like, brought so much. She was so vulnerable and so just searching for love and resilient and just she was just an amazing character. And I'm like, Delaney, what's next? I really like, what's next, baby girl? I want to see you again. I want to see you in something else. You're just such an amazing actress, and I really, really appreciate all that she did in this role as Claudia. Amazing. Simply amazing. I just like, I'm really like, oh my God, Jacob, because I am, and I'm not playing. But at the exact same time, all the awards that I said Jacob needs to be nominated for, Delaney also. I said also. Because I think the one man from Black Panther got an NAACP Image Award, so Asai could get one. Asai could get one too. Like, if not more, can have an NAACP Image Award, so can the Vampire Armand. Like, that is absolutely how that works. Like, it's the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. And they gave that man an NAACP Image Award. So, yeah. run one to my homeboy too. Oh, girl. Yeah, this season was really good. I really, okay, so the episode is very crazy. I really loved Louis' revenge thing, Louis' revenge sequence. Very enjoyable. Like I said, I do wish we had gotten to see him kill more. I felt a little robbed there because AMCU definitely can do action. I watched a show that involved action for years. So, like, I want to see him killing more vampires. They really were like, set them on fire. And then he, like, cut off a head and, like, blew up some motorcycles and then cut off Francis's head. And it's like, okay, but yeah, it was just a little. I'm currently talking to another friend of mine, and I'm just like, so, read a lot of books, watched a lot of movies, watched a lot of shows. And there's this thing that my best friend and I do called calling plot. And calling plot is when you're watching a show or a movie and things are happening that make no sense whatsoever, but it's clearly just trying to get us somewhere else, to the next plot line, to the next chapter. My prime example, and the first time I truly called plot, was actually in one of my favorite books, Stephen King's The Shining. I remember reading that book and being, I'm not going to get started on Stephen King. He is my old white bestie. He's my old white bestie. But it's nearing the climax of the book. It's nearing the end. Spoilers if you haven't read the book or seen the movies. Spoiler warning, I guess. Wendy is running through the hotel and Jack is trying to murder, kill. He's trying to get her. And she just keeps getting wrapped up in her robe. Like, she's tripping over the robe. She's getting pulled by the robe. The robe is getting caught on things. And I'm reading it like, if y'all take that damn robe off, girl, what is happening? Like, I know you're fighting for your life. Fighting for your life. But things kept happening to her because of the robe. And I was like, not the robe is a plot device. Like, girl, what is happening? And it was so strange because up until that point, it's just like, fear, scary, oh no, ghost. Also, if you've only seen the movie is great. The movie is amazing. His story, iconic. Read the book. Book is crazy. Book is insane. It is so spooky, yuki. It is so scary. Read the book. It's so good. It's one of my favorite Stephen King novels. One of my favorite authors. And I think he's really talented. And he's really weird. And he's really freaking weird, man. He did a lot of things that made me be like, ha ha ha. You didn't need to do that. And then later he was like, I didn't need to do that. And I said, oh, okay, as long as we're acknowledging things that were unnecessary. But that was my first time being like, it's giving plot. Because it's like, could Jack have caught Wendy without her robe? Absolutely. But it just kind of took me out of it. Plot is also just like, you're taking me out of it. The robe was making sure that he could catch Wendy. Despite, like, her being really hurt. Like, she was really hurt and was running on pure adrenaline and fear at that point. But the robe was just like, oh, I got your robe. It was kooky crazy, got on my nerves. That is how I felt about the second half of this episode. And it's making me feel so weird. And because a lot of this fandom have read the books. You know, we've read the books, we've seen the movie. But again, I have to stress that some people haven't. I didn't read the books until after I watched season 1, which is not, I don't suggest that. That was a letdown. Okay. I didn't read the books until after season one. So to be like, well, we all know Armand is terrible. Hey, only a little bit. like the show has shown us, yeah, he sucks. Yeah, he's terrible. He's not to be trusted. He's a master manipulator. Like, sure. But it has not shown us that he is willing to sacrifice the person that he loves because of laws. It never gave that. So for them to just be like, oh, by the way, by the by, Armand was completely and totally in on it because I knew he was in on it because I've read the books. I can't imagine, I kind of wish I hadn't now, but like, I knew there was something to it, especially because they had Sam guarding him. Sam? They had Sam guarding him. Girl, Sam is not a threat. I said in the other episode, Sam is barely a vampire to me. So you expect me to be like, oh my god, Sam totally could have cut his head off with this fight? No. Boo, plot. But it just felt very rushed. And I compared this episode to a season of American Horror Story, specifically Roanoke. My best friend and I watched Roanoke together on a trip. We were in Dallas seeing Got 7. The year was 2019. God, 2019, take me back. And we were in Dallas seeing Got 7. And we were like, oh, let's watch American Horror Story. And we watched Roanoke because, we seen Coven. Perfect season. Perfect from beginning to end. But Roanoke did something that all the other seasons have also done, except for Coven, because Coven was different. The first half of the season, for what it is, amazing. Amazing acting, costuming, writing, set design. Amazing. And then around the halfway mark, the story comes to a natural close. But then they're contractually obligated to do those other 5 or 6 episodes. So they just keep it going and it becomes a mess. It devolves into a mess. And that happens with so many of those seasons. What was it? Asylum. Asylum. Fun fact, I don't like nothing that turns out to be aliens. It feels like a cop out. Do not be like, oh, the ghosts are actually aliens. What do you mean? They were actually aliens the whole time. Huh? How do we get here? But yeah, this episode felt like a season of American Horror Story. Not Coven though. Coven is perfect. I'm very biased about Coven, but other people will also say Coven is a perfect season of television. And for me, the tone shifted when instead of crushing Santiago Francis's head, he kicked it to the camera. And I said, oh, that's okay. Because for me, former church girl, stomp on the devil's head. He should have crushed it. Because this is a very dark thing. Even with the frantic jazz playing in the background, this is still a very dark sequence. The things that Santiago said to Louis, the things that Louis was saying back to him, were crazy. He should have crushed his skull with the heel of his boot. He should have stepped on the devil's head, like I said. So to have him kick it at the camera felt cheap and undermined what had happened. It just kind of pulled the rug from under my feet. Then to get to, Sierra, stop. Richie's in the Talamasca. Armand actually was in on it the whole time, actually. And it's so crazy. I just left a comment on one of my mutuals posts on Tumblr. The whole episode moved very quickly, but for them to be like, oh yeah, Armand actually was super duper in on it. Anyway, no. We're just gonna get past that. And Armand floundering to lie. No, he wasn't even lying. Armand being like, no. I love you and stuff. And we gotta stay together, Louis. We gotta stay together. There are rumors. of a 2-1 comeback. Fingers crossed. Don't see it happening, but if it does, swiping the card. Baby, I'm swiping my card. Let's go. Yeah. And then him knocking him into the wall, which good. Good. I support that. I fully support that. Because this whole time you had me thinking you saved me. This whole time you had me thinking, oh, he couldn't help it. Oh, it's not his fault. This whole time, 77 years. Be glad I didn't just outright kill you. Him shaking Daniel's hand and Daniel getting the hell up out of there. Didn't blame him. Did I talk about this already? I did talk about it already. New edition. Because that was just like the best part. That and Are You the Zodiac Killer? Two completely just grounded in reality things happening. And it felt so. It literally made my head spin. It was just very whirlwind. I said, how we get here? Also, I love the driver talking to Louis as just a black man talking to a black man. It just made me happy. I'm like, you're not being like a weird recluse vampire. You're just a black man in the back of a car talking to the black man driving the car about Essence Fest and New Edition. Oh, I love this. I love this so much. It's so cute and so wholesome. It just made me be like, the baby. Because Louis is my son. Is he older than me? Ever since is Jacob Anderson a year older than me? Yes, but Louis is my son. I don't care. Y'all call Lestat mother. So if Lestat is mother, Louis is my son. Also, I said not AMC being sick of certain comments being made. The trial was definitely like, we see what y'all be saying. No. And then Lestat being like, she looked to me like a daughter looking to her father. And I'm like, because it's a patriarchy. It's a patriarchal household. He was the patriarch. Louis came from his rib. Like, what do y'all be on? He literally made Louis. Huh? Again, former church girl. Because now Louis came from his rib. It's so ridiculous. Oh, Lord. Do I have anything else to say? Season 3 has been announced. It's not even just Louis being in the background that's not appealing to me. It's Claudia being gone. Claudia, the one we can truly root for, the one we can really support and be like, oh, I hope she wins, even though we know she's not going to win. It's like, she's not going to be there. Unless, like I said, they have her come back as a ghost and kill all those people like she said she was going to do. Do it. AMC, do it. You have the means to give us Ghost Claudia killing people. Just do it. They don't. But yeah, so that's actually it. This is going to be a short episode. I don't have too much else to say. Louis looks real good. Oh, I already talked about the portrait and the dress hanging up. It's definitely his grief that he has Claudia's dress hanging up and he literally has pictures of her. And I'm like, oh, you want to be reminded of the things that you've been through. Not me, though. I would have been like, oh my God, let me get this blown up. Let me get this picture enhanced to like put up on my wall next to the portrait of my brother. And I would keep the dress. I would definitely keep the dress. But to look at it every day, Louis, you're so good at being in mourning, eternal mourning. My Louis. Yeah, honestly, I think that's it. This season was really good. Like I said, run my friends their awards, run my friends their nominations. Asa, Delaney, Jacob, Eric, Bent, run them their awards, honey. I don't want to hear no more, anymore, another AMC is broke. They're not that broke. Do the doggone Emmy campaign and stop getting on my nerves. Oh, it got spoiled for me. Vampire Daniel. And it's so funny because I'm a silly, goofy girl. When we see him doing the interview on the like news show. And he has on his little glasses. I was like, okay, period, Dave, you look cute. I'm like, oh my God, a little nod to Louis. So cute. And I'm like, oh, he's a vampire. And the thing is, I forgot, even though it got spoiled for me, a full 24 hours before this show came out in the US, it got spoiled. It's fine. It's fine. But oh my God, he looks so cute with him little glasses. I was like, oh my God, Eric Bogosian. Oh my God, Eric Bogosian. You look so cute. I am funny. Also, I love that Louis is wearing colors again. He's way too pretty to just wear black all the time. And then there's more color in the apartment. I'm so happy for him. Like, he's just gonna try and live now. And I love that for him. Like, he's been through so much. He's made so many bad decisions. So many bad things have happened to him. He has been through so much. And I really just want him to be happy and live a happy eternity. And I still want him and Daniel to be best friends and go on little adventures. And then, yeah. I want Armand to come back and be in these little adventures because, again, if they didn't want me to care about Armand, they should have hired a person that doesn't look like Assad. And Assad is very, very handsome. And I'm just a girl. I'm just a 32-year-old girl. I cannot help that I find that man to be stunning. But yeah. Okay, intro, outro, finna do that. I hope you all have a lovely, the 4th of July is coming up. I hope you got Thursday and Friday off. Yeah. Also, this is going to be the first episode that I simultaneously put up on YouTube and Spotify because I'm on Spotify now. So yeah, that's very exciting. It took me a really long time to do that because I have anxiety and I didn't want to do it. But okay, let me wrap this up for real. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I had a great time recording it. It sounds like I'm lying. I'm not. It just took me forever to do it, man. Procrastination is bad, actually. Yeah, like I said, look out for the bear episodes coming up. Hopefully more recording with Indy and some other folks. Yeah, I want to keep this going. I said I was gonna follow through and actually stick with it. So yeah, I'm gonna try my best. Fingers crossed. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, if you have theories about season 3, leave them below. Thoughts on this episode. I really want to know what y'all thought about this episode. I'm always like, oh my God, leave me a comment. No, tell me, what did you think about this episode? You can also follow me on Instagram at _. Is it a dash or an underscore? Let's see. _beautiful_baker. I wanted to change my name, but it's been that since I started my Insta. So no, not changing my name. That's my name on Instagram and that's what it's gonna be. Like I said, you can find me on Spotify now, apparently. Yeah, I hope you all have a lovely day. House of the Dragon is tonight. Oh my God, I completely forgot. House of the Dragon comes on tonight. Can't wait to watch that. That show is nuts. That last episode was good. Also, all them beautiful, beautiful black people. But yeah, I hope to see you in the next episode. And if you only want to stick around for the vampire stuff, that's fine. I'll see you in season 3. Because at this point, I need something to watch. But I'll talk to you guys later. Again, have a good week. Take care of yourself. I said I wasn't going to do this again, but gross. Okay. Take care. See y'all in the next one. Bye.